I want to see men and women trained, regardless of the country. It's just India happens to be opened right now. A few years ago I was in Nigeria doing the same thing. The opportunities are there. It's just a matter of getting to those places where we can teach and help those people, help the people who need it. Part of that, if if a Western missionary goes over to someplace like India, India is just unbelievable. 1.2 billion people, 127 recognized languages in the country. That's not counting dialects. 127 languages that the Indian government recognizes as major languages in the country. You could spend a lifetime just trying to learn the languages before you could ever preach. But if we can go in and train locals, nationals, in the Word of God, then you don't have the culture barrier, you don't have the language barrier. Well, I just personally have a heart to see people trained in the Word of God. One of the things in my visits to India that has struck me is how many of the pastors are leading churches with very little, if any, Bible training, what we would call Bible school. They just don't have it. They have a call of God on their life. Someone recognizes that, they go out, they start preaching, people get saved, they plant a church in a town or village and go from there. And so there's a great need for teaching. And I love doing that. I love being a part of that. I was there in August 2011. We established, in Andhra Pradesh, we had a graduation for 33 students. We established 2 more resource centers, so that's 3 in Andhra Pradesh. In Kerala, we've got 3 resource centers established. And we're currently in the middle of a 12-week intensive with about 26 students who are men and women, who some are pastors, some are just church leaders. Some want to be pastors. And so we were able to do that. We were able, in the evenings, to go out and do crusade meetings in towns and villages and see people saved and healed. One pastor, Pastor Matthew, he travels by bus, leaves Sunday night because for him it's an 8-hour trip. And so he travels 8 hours, arrives early Monday morning. He stays with someone close to the church Monday through Thursday evenings. Friday after class is finished, he gets back on a bus and travels 8 hours to go home. And then he preaches on the weekend, and Sunday night back on the bus and heading back to Bible school. The hunger is so great there. They're willing to do that. So we need to make sure that everything is established so the Bible schools can go on once we're no longer there. Our ultimate aim in the 12 weeks was to lay the foundation and to work out all the problems so that we could raise up, establish resource centers with nationals doing the teaching, so that when we're gone, Vision Christian College can continue and will continue as a Bible school for Indians, ran by Indians, taught by Indians. And by going back, I'll simply be there to recognize people like Pastor John Cherian, people like Pastor Babu George, who will be the ones, Pastor Matthew, who will be the ones who will continue to do the work of Vision Christian College when we're not there. So the reason I need to go back is really to show that we have faith and trust in these guys to do the work that God's called them to do.